I am very excited to meet this next guest in our kitchen this morning, and she's got a lot of feelings about protein. Rachel DeVaux is a Seattle registered dietitian who I followed for years, and she's out now with this brand new cookbook, The High Protein Plate, 100 Satisfying Everyday Recipes. And Rachel joins me now. It is so nice to meet you.
Thanks for having me.
Officially.
It's good to be back.
Even though I feel like I've known you forever because I've truly followed you on Instagram.
I love that.
For a long time, but I will try and keep my fangirling to a minimum. What are we making today?
Okay, today we're making baked buffalo chicken tacos. And then I also brought one of my favorite desserts, strawberry cheesecake pudding.
Oh, wow.
So
both
yes,
with high protein?
These have protein at the forefront, which is how I love to build my meals. It really just gives you that satiety factor. It supports muscle, your metabolism. It's great for metabolic health. There's so many benefits to it, and this is why I wanted to make a cookbook around protein.
Absolutely. This is your second cookbook,
yes.
Right? Okay. And first one was a huge success.
Came a New York Times bestseller.
I know, that's what I wanted you to say. Okay. How do we get going on this recipe?
Okay, so we're gonna start making the sauce. Of course, you can just use a jar of buffalo sauce if you like, but I am gonna make my own with, a lot of the times healthier ingredients than you find in
the store.
Yeah. So we have sour cream, we have some unsweetened ketchup, we have hot sauce, olive oil, you're getting garlic,
fresh garlic,
paprika, sea salt, cumin, and onion powder.
Okay, so not too hard. I feel like I could do that.
Most people have these ingredients in their kitchens, which again, I'm all about making healthy eating accessible and convenient for people. So you're gonna mix that together. You're also going to add chicken breasts into a crock pot or a slow cooker. You're gonna cook on high for 3 to 4 hours or low for 6 to 8 hours. So
so you can put that and kind of forget about it.
That's one of my favorite things. Makes the house smell amazing. We're also gonna heat some tortillas. I preheated this pan, so I love getting that char, getting that crisp.
Definitely.
If you have a gas stove, I love just putting it over the open flame. Flipping it. So we're gonna warm.
Does that make it easier too to fold?
Yeah, it makes it more
Is that
pliable,
kind of the point? Okay.
And then just a little less limpy, when you get it out of the oven.
Definitely.
Okay, so you're gonna cook these. You're gonna add some cheese,
please,
to the top half.
I had a question too. If you don't want to use sour cream, what are your thoughts on using a Greek yogurt?
You can definitely use a Greek yogurt.
And that would maybe be more protein?
More protein.
Okay.
Yeah, and so again, you can use whatever's in your fridge. I'm also dairy-free for the most part. So I have dairy-free sour cream. But again, it's, whatever you're used to. So we have cheese.
Yes.
This has been slow cooking.
Is it like a shredded?
Once the chicken is tender, you're gonna have 2 forks and you're just gonna shred the chicken up in the slow cooker.
Okay.
I also have directions for a Dutch oven for all the slow cooker recipes in the book. Again, everyone doesn't have a slow cooker, so I wanted, to be convenient.
Easy options.
Yes.
Wow, you're piling it in. All right, we're not shy here.
No, we're not, and especially when it comes to tacos. We're gonna fold it in half. Then it should stay closed like that.
Yeah.
You're gonna pop it in the oven.
How long does something like this cook or bake?
Just 10 minutes.
What?
So again, I wanted this to be easy for people. You can just have the chicken straight out of the crock pot once it's shredded. If you want to, you can put it over rice, you could put it over a salad.
Yeah.
Or you can go ahead and make tacos with it. You also don't have to put it in the oven. But it comes out crispy. The cheese is melty and good. This is what it's gonna look like.
And then how do you garnish it at the end? What do you all have here?
It's preferability. It's whatever you want to put on top. Green onion, avocado, cheese, jalapenos, cilantro.
A little lime.
I like just doing it all. A little lime squeeze over the top, and then if you wanted to dig in.
I'm going to.
Okay.
I'm definitely tasting this for sure. While I'm doing this too, please tell everyone why you wanted to focus so much on protein and why it's so important, because you are obviously a registered dietitian.
Yeah, I've just found protein is truly the missing ingredient in so many people's lives and everyday routines. So many of us are, unintentionally under eating protein, and we're feeling it through that 3 p.m. crash in the day, your cravings at night. I just think front loading your protein, especially in the morning, trying to get 25 to 40 grams of protein.
That's what I was gonna ask. How much am I looking for?
Each main meal, that's kind of what I focus on. Of course, you can eat more than that, but I think for the average healthy person, focusing on 25 to 40 grams of protein for your main meals is really gonna help you feel a difference in your energy, your focus, your satiety later in the day, and your cravings too.
This is amazing. I knew it would be. I'm just obsessed. I'm gonna keep eating. While I'm doing that too, what are some other favorite recipes in your cookbook, and how do you kind of break everything up in there for somebody? Because it comes out in a week.
It comes out next Tuesday.
So
the
exciting.
3rd. So I wanted to not only give people the framework and how to build a healthier plate with protein as the backbone, but I wanted to give people the recipes for every single meal of the day. So you have chapters in there: breakfast, smoothies, everyday mains, 30 minutes or less, slow cooker, one pot, one pan, soups, salads, snacks, and desserts.
Wow.
So truly, I think food should be enjoyable. It should be fun, something that people look forward to, cooking or making. And so I did want to include a dessert chapter. And yes.
And then I'm gonna dive in here again, tell everyone what this is while I have a bite.
I brought strawberry cheesecake pudding.
What?
Again, you can make it look so cute and pretty if you're gonna have,
This
people
looks
over.
luxurious. This is so
You can
nice.
make it for the holidays. It has 21 grams of protein per serving.
What is in here? This is so good.
So the protein base is cottage cheese, but
What?
you would never know. Once it's blended and smooth and creamy, and there's a tiny bit of coconut sugar in there. I also focus on, less added sugar in our diets. I think that is a huge component to living a healthier lifestyle. And you got some graham crackers, some strawberries.
It is to die for. I am obsessed. Oh my gosh. What are some other favorite recipes that people can look forward to in your book? Because these were a highlight.
I mean, I love the classics. There's beef bolognese.
Ooh.
I have smoothies. There's an incredible 5-minute chicken salad that I go to when I'm so busy during the day.
What?
There's brown butter chocolate chip cookies.
Something
peppermint
for
patties,
everyone.
Something for everyone.
Wow. It was so amazing to meet you. Thank you so much for being here
Thanks,
and
Kelly.
teaching me all about high protein. It was great.